Hello everyone, Hummus28 here, and today we're back in the Backrooms. Today we're doing everyone's favorite activity, making trains. Now, let me show you why. Where is, oh, right here. Where's my iron? I need to fix this. There we go. Now, as you saw, we unlocked brass in the last episode, which gets us to sturdy sheets and train casing. And we're gonna need to make a train in order to get our materials from our base over here. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see over in this room here, I've built a nether portal. Hopefully this does not lag the game out when I enter it, because for some reason, every time I go in the nether, it lags like mad. You can see, you go in through the portal, you come out over here, you walk down here, go through the infinite library, take a right, come to this portal, and you end up at our mining base that I have fully finished setting up. So as you can see, Acerine and the green one are both being produced, one from the porous stone and one from the skulk, and it's getting harvested into this item vault. So as you can see, we have nearly 500 Acerine and Viridium that we now need to take to the main base. Acerine is how we're gonna get our copper? I forget which is which. Acerine is zinc, and Viridium is our copper. So we need to build a train that's gonna pull the items out of this item vault, put it in the train, send it through the nether portal, come to our base, and then deposit it at a station over there. So that's what we're gonna be setting up. I did spend some time in between episodes just setting up the nether portals, just so they would work how they're supposed to. Wonder why it's so laggy every time I come in here. I think it has to do with all the, like, the books. It has way too many entities. I did up the RAM that I allocated to the instance, and that seems to have fixed the issue. Because at one point I couldn't even, like, open it. Like, the mod pack itself just wouldn't run. I tried to, no, not, the mod pack would open. When I tried to load the world, it was having issues. So as you can see, we're gonna have the train come out here and essentially just drop the items into a chest, and we're gonna have those items join on this conveyor belt here. That way we can have one conveyor belt that goes to feeding our crusher. We could also set up crushers in here, because we have the space for it, just to make some room, make some space, because this is getting a tad bit overwhelming. It's very full. And if I need to crush other items, I don't have the room. As you can see, if you come out over here, we're at 3,300 iron. So we are quite good on iron for a while. So if I could build some kind of like stopgap to tell it like, hey, stop producing iron once you reach a certain amount, that's what we'll need to do. Let's set up some more lava over here. Take that out, put that in here. That way we can feed our blazes when they get hungry. But for right now, we need to set up a little device. And that little device is going to take a mechanical press, like so. It's going to take a basin and a blaze burner. So I'm going to steal these guys for a second. We'll put this, let's see, we can put this right here for now, because we need to do this. No, that won't quite work, because we need to go a little bit higher. Let's see, we can put it over here. So let's see, we're gonna do burner, basin, that goes here, rotate this guy. Rotato potato, like so. Where is the rest of our shafts? There we go. And we're gonna need a belt. Got 3 of them. Like so. And we need this in order to make the lead plate and steel scaffolding. That in here, let's make a little jump so we can reach inside. You need this in order to make these sturdy sheets. As you can see, a sturdy sheet needs to be heated you compact it, and it takes 1 steel and 1 lead to make 1 sturdy sheet. And then you can combine this with a brass casing to make a train casing, and that's what we're going to need to make our trains. Making the brass casing itself is pretty simple, as you saw. So we're just going to need some coal. Or actually, we could feed this guy with lava, save our coal. Come out over here. Let's grab our lava. Oh, don't want to put that in there. Let's feed these guys. There you go. And now that we have brass, we can also start making mechanical arms, which is very good. I love using those guys. And now that's hot enough, it's producing our sturdy sheets. Combine it with a brass casing. And we have our train casing. So now we need to make 10 train tracks and a train station, train casing, and a compass. We do have our compass. Let's go ahead and do that to make the train station. And then train tracks takes, let's see, it says anything from sleeper, so a stone slab, a smooth stone slab, or andesite. And then you just need to do 2 nuggets and then process it with a press. So pretty easy. So let's make another press over here, or we could just steal this one for now. Steal it for now. Take this over here. That's fine. Let's see, put you right here. Take these out. And then we're going to need some iron nuggets. And then, did it say it has to press it 3 times, or was it just a one-time deal? Yeah, just a one-time deal. So we're going to need some slabs, which we can be a little fancy and use our bulk blaster. Because I put the filter on it, it won't pull them into the item vault, and I could just grab them. Like so. Let's see, let's build a little thing right here so we can go up. Because you could just see they're waiting, they can't actually go in. I could even let it go in if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to leave this for other materials. I just like use the blasting method because it saves on resources. It doesn't cost anything. Just takes quite a bit of time. Let's see, pull that off. Thank you. Make some slabs. And let's make a bunch of train tracks. Awesome. So that's going to keep going, and we're going to need 10 of those, and we are going to need some more train casings. So we are going to need our brass wherever, there it is, brass. We're going to need, we have some cardboard. So let's go ahead and turn this into this. Oh, I guess you can't use cardboard, that's weird. Phenolic resin. I could have sworn you could have used it on cardboard. Fiberboard. Oh, just anything tagged as planks. Huh. Okay, so let's see. We do have our planks here. We do have, we have 50. If we're going to make a train with storage, I think we only need like 3 of them. So let's go ahead, let's do 8 for now. Oh, okay, I see. So if you do use a conveyor belt, it will just convert one and then move on. But if you leave it on a depot, it will recognize that fiberboard is good enough for the process, and it will waste it. So that's something to keep in mind. Gonna need some more sturdy sheets. Bam, bam. more train casings, which means we're gonna need another press, because we're gonna need to make some more train casings, which means we need more lead and more steel plate. Let's see, we have lead. Where's our steel? I have hot steel. Where's the steel? Not seeing it. Did I leave it in a chest? Iron. That. Cracked steel. Alright, we're gonna have to quench some of this right now. Done. 28 steel. So it is a 1-to-1 ratio, so let's go ahead and fix our inventory. It's looking like a mess. And I just saw the steel. Nice. Okay, so cracked goes in there, and it was right here. Put this stuff in there, put the buckets, water bucket, that. Okay, good enough. We do need to get more lead. Something I did forget to mention is that we can make lead, because it's funny, I pointed out that, oh, I can produce wallpaper now automatically. That's what this chest is for, but I never said why. And that's what this spout was here for. This one shoots out redstone acid. When you put wallpaper on it, it breaks it down into lead dust and pulp. So that's how you get renewable lead. So at this point, we have renewable lead, iron, copper, and zinc. We're only missing out on gold, diamond, silver, and some other materials, but we don't need too many of those right now. So let's go ahead and do 16 and 16. Oh, I took the... Silly me. 2 of that, put that here, make some more. I keep forgetting, I stole the press. Let's make another press while we're here. As you can see, we just need a block of ash alloy and an ash alloy casing, which is not expensive at all. We're going to need 2 of them. So put this right here. 16 and 16. Come over here, place that. And we can make some more. We can make some more train tracks. They're so cheap. So there's our lead plates. We're gonna need the steel plates as well. And oh, I took this deployer off of there, that's why. Let's see, how are you guys going? Okay, good amount of fuel left. And you know what? I could probably replace this deployer with another mechanical press. That way we can double the speed of making plates, because this is pretty slow. And I'm not really using this deployer all that often. Like if I need to use deployers, that's what that setup is over there. And this one's a little unwieldy to use since you have to like squeeze on by the crusher. Okay, let's grab these. We can start processing these. You're still hot? Yes, for 500 seconds. Lead plate, steel plate. Get to processing. Let's see, it should almost be finished. Throw these in here. That's going to be done. Now we have our brass casings, we have our train casings, our train station, and our rails. Now we will need more blazes as well, because we need someone to drive the train. 2, 3, 4. See, I think that's enough. Looks like it's all out. Let's add some more. And let's go ahead and make our train station. So, from what I know, I actually do need to make a second train station because this will be one stop and then the other side is the second stop. So, how do I make this again? Train station. We need a compass. Compass is very easy. We just need some redstone. And we have plenty of iron. Let's see. Okay, that's stuck because of the issue I said before. This one's stuck because of the same issue. And same here. Okay, let's grab that. That should be enough. I don't want this cobble. And we'll make a compass. Take that, take this, combine that. And now you can see the magic. So you just take your train tracks, and we want this to go in here. Let's see, I don't want it to, I should have kept that cobblestone. I want it to be flat. I don't want it going in at an angle. I don't know if that matters, but on a conceptual level that bothers me. It is pretty dark in here too. I should probably fix these lights. Okay. Like that. And bam. So now that it's like that, then you could just cap this off, like so. Let's make it look a little neater. I found this in the Infinite Library. It doesn't do anything, it's just for looks. Okay, and now you take your train station, and we want it to go that way. Bam. Done. Now to build our train, you do that, create a new train, and it's going to say no bogies. Use train casing on highlighted tracks to create a bogie. Remove bogies by breaking the block on top. Build carriages attached to 1 or 2 bogies to each. And that's what it's talking about. So we take our train casing, and there we go. We have our bogie. Now you can actually combine 2 of them, but something I just realized is that I have 0 glue, so we're gonna have to use some of that slitake to make some slime balls so we can make our glue so we can build our train. Let's see, I should be able to just do this. Nope. Might have to cook it. Slitake. Spores. You can blast it. Cool. Throw that over here, because we need to make super glue, and it's very simple. 2 slime balls, iron sheet, and an iron nugget. Do we have any iron sheets? We do not, so let's make half a stack, and let's just make a full stack. I keep needing iron sheets for stuff. Like so. And then we can get the iron nuggets from the crusher. And how I got this far without ever making the super glue, it's beyond me. That's how you make all the really interesting stuff with Create. All the contraptions. Let's see, grab some of this. And then I forgot, I also took the basin from here. I'm gonna have to replace that at some point. And it was slime ball, iron nugget, and that to make our super glue. And now you can pretty much use anything for these to make the train. So we're just going to go ahead and use this bamboo wood. You just do this, like that, glue it together, and now that's a train. Now there is a problem. We need someone to drive this train for it to work. And it's going to need storage to actually hold the items. Let's see. If it clips through this belt, it shouldn't be an issue. Don't actually remember if it will be an issue. So we're going to go ahead and use barrels, because I think they work better. Like so. We can actually remove this one. Put the barrels. And then we do need a driver's seat. I forget what you use for this though. Let's look at let's ponder it for a second. Yep, create the bogies. You can do multiple as well. They move faster if you put a chest with items in them. That is true. Fuel stored in vaults will not be consumed by the train. There we go. The train controls. That's what we need. So we'll need 2 train controls because I want this to be able to go back and forth. And this is a train casing and a contraptions control, which looks very easy. Stone button. It's a shame. Oh, we do have 2. Perfect. We're gonna need more train casings. Good thing we have a lot. So combine this with that. It's ash alloy in the button. Take our buttons, do this. Then grab these. Put the train casing. Train controls. So now you can go get on top. Put one here, put one there, glue this. You want to make sure you glue it like this. If you glue it and you leave an empty space, sometimes it can like grab whatever's there, even if you don't want it, and that can cause issues. It's going to need some fuel, so let's throw in some coal. And then we need a conductor. And it should say how to do it here. Forgot how to do it. I do know we're gonna have to summon another blaze, that's for sure. Or actually, let me see. Hey buddy, you're being promoted. I think I can just throw them on here. Oop. I think this one's on backwards. So, you on here, and then I think that works. Yep, there it goes. So now he's the conductor of the train. Now we just need to give him a train schedule, so he knows what to do. Using train schedules, Schedules allow trains to be controlled by other drivers. So you can see there's the little blaze guy on his train. You right click with an item in hand to open its interface. Once programmed, the schedule can be handed off to a train driver, and he gets a little hat. So let's see, we need paper. And we're gonna have to build the other station, of course. Because he can't travel somewhere if there's no tracks, if there's no second station to go to. And you can see it puts the train's tracks over here. Let's make this a bit neater. And luckily they do make it very simple to expand the train tracks. You just right click it and then it'll automatically sort it out for you. Let's go right here. Let's see if we can do a turn. Okay, it's saying it's too sharp. Gonna have to widen this then. Actually, don't have to widen it. You can actually just come out here and see if this is good enough. Is that still too sharp? This is a lot wider. No, I need you to turn. That's what's so annoying about the trains. Turn too sharp. How is this sharp? And show me what is not too sharp. So that's fine. Okay, let's extend this out some more. Okay, let's see. Still too sharp. How is this too sharp? It did highlight just a second ago. It could connect there, but that's too sharp. Okay, so now we need to expand out this way. Because we're not going far. You'd think you'd be able to just make a 90-degree bend, but I guess not. Yeah, too sharp. I'm trying to curve you, that's why. Yeah, see, I don't want that. Okay, let's break this. Let's start from back here. And this is too sharp. Then don't be so sharp. Okay, you're clipping into the ground. That just means I can't walk on it. But I mean, if you want to let me do that, I guess that's fine. Okay, so let's see if we can turn this. I mean, you're already on a slope. You're already sloped. I just need you to go down. Okay, okay. Oh, don't want that. Okay, let's just come down over here and see. There we go. Can only turn up to 90 degrees. Yes, that's fine. I want you to turn 90 degrees. Alright, I'll pause and I'll be right back once I figure this out. After a lot of pain and suffering, we're back. But, as you could see, there's a little bit of modifications here. And that's because the train system is completed. Now if you come around here, you can see I had to go all the way down there, loop it around, and then come back that way. So I guess I was a little optimistic with my original plan. But that's fine, that's fine. Took a little while, but I was able to build the rest of the train. And it even works. I already sent our hard worker through it, and he's waiting for us here. His train schedule says he's gonna wait until this barrel has that he's holding at least 500 items of anything. Which means we need to put stuff in here. And we're gonna do that through the portable storage interface. As you can see, it shows moving inventory is going to be tricky to access with automation. This component can interact with storage without the need to stop the contraption. So we're going to go ahead and plop this guy right over here. So we're going to disassemble the train, put it right here, glue it, assemble the train again, give you this. And now we should be able to put this, I think it said 2 blocks away, right? Place the second one with a gap of 1 or 2. So let's see, 1. So it'll need to go. Oh, I'm all out of cobblestone. That's annoying. I have to go right here. Let's use this for now. And now they're kissing. Now you can see it can read into it. It says, oh, there's 7 cobblestone in here. That's fine. We don't need that. Put this away. What we need is to pull items from the vault and put it into here. So we're going to pull the items out of here and into there. And there's actually a very simple way to do that. You can just break this like so. Where's our item vault? Here it is. And you could just extend it this way. Let's see, we're gonna have to throw all this back on here. Like so, until it gets all of it. Now, how do we actually transfer this? While engaged, the stationary interface will represent all inventories on the contraption. Items can now be inserted or extracted from the contraption. After node items have been exchanged for a while, the contraption will continue on its way. So we need to pull out of here into this. So it's going in there. So the items, oh, there's some more over here actually. Didn't get it all. There we go. So the items go to this item vault. So now we need to pull it out and put it into the portal storage interface. But how do we do that? Let's see. So we need to pull it out here. So we can actually, can we use a funnel? So if we do a funnel like this, oh, don't want to do that. And then like so. There was another way to do this, I thought. Let's see, funnel. It might be with the brass funnel that I'm thinking of. Using funnels, yada yada, direction of transfer. Redstone control, direct transfer. There's gotta be a way to do this that I'm forgetting about. I'll be right back. Alright, I figured it out. Now there's gotta be a much faster way to do this because as you can see it's slowly filling up with acerine and I'm just using an upper. But this is pretty slow. I want this to go a lot faster, which means I'm going to need to build some more logistics into this, such that I'm gonna need like a brass funnel on this side that fills this up. That way we can do whole stacks of items rather than just one at a time. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see it's going in. And this should run, should run until he has at least 500 items. Which, if we do some quick calculations, I hate Microsoft Edge. I hate Microsoft Edge. I want to open the calculator. Why did you think I want to Google what a calculator is? 500 divided by 64 is about 7.8 stacks. So we can actually speed this up just a little bit by standing on the outputs over here. Grab some of these. And just doing a manual addition here. There, do that. So let's see, we're at about 4 stacks. So that is running. And I'm not sure, but I think the trains do chunk load. I know the next thing it wants us to get is a chunk loader pretty soon. But if it's not, I guess we'll wait around and watch it leave. And then once it leaves, it should stay at the base because it's... The condition at the mining base here is it's going to wait until it has at least 500 items before it moves on. And then the condition at the base is it's going to wait until it has less than a stack before it moves on. Because I want it to basically fill up this barrel with material, and this one is going to be for the fuel. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're about 6 stacks, so it's almost there. Once it gets past a little bit more than 7, or a little under 8, it should be enough for it to pull. But this is quite slow because, as you can see, it can only push one item at a time. I want to be able to pull a lot more items. Let's see, if you could do like a 2x3, that would work. Or I can extend this out. No, that wouldn't work either. If it was just like a 1x3, I could just do like a... No, that wouldn't work because a vent goes down if it doesn't have one. I'll figure something out to make this go faster. I think the fastest way would be keep this set up, but move it upwards. That way we can just use a dropper to drop stuff down into this. And now it should almost be finished. Should be ready to leave pretty soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be more than enough. What is your train schedule? Mining outpost holds 500 items of anything. Oh, there it goes. Let's chase him. So now if we go back to the base, and come back through this portal over here. There he is. He's waiting. Now he's going to keep waiting until he is full of items. And the only way to make him eject all the items... Oh, I just realized. Oh wait, I have more. I can put one in the front here. Or I can put it... It's pretty even, actually. I guess this is fine, because I can have the output over here, because this is 1, 2. So he'll need to go like this. There you go. And then for this, we can just use a dropper, I believe. You can't do it like this, right? Yeah, that's not working. Is these connected? Doesn't look like it. I don't think you can do it like this, which is a bit annoying. But we should be able to make a dropper. Not a dropper, a chute. With just iron sheet and that. I think we're all out of iron sheets though. We're gonna need more. But now we have the items, and they come over here. Now we can just take them out, which is very efficient. Took a long time. It took me so much time in the Nether, building all the infrastructure. It just didn't want to work. I jump in the wiki, and it's, oh, well, if you want to lower the elevation, there's actually a graph to show you how steep of an incline you can have, what the grade has to be. So if you want to drop 12 blocks, you have to have at least 20 blocks out, and I was not prepared for that. But anyways, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.